Anthony Joshua's knockout of Robert Helenius has set up a fight with Deontay Wilder perfectly, and pros have put their predictions in. After seeing Anthony's knockout of Robert, the boxing world was hyped to see more Joshua. Ryan Garcia tweeted, "What a shot! Great performance at Anthony Joshua." Audley Harrison doesn't think you can rule Anthony out against Deontay or Tyson Fury. Audley tweeted, "What's your thoughts on AJ yesterday? I like the end, textbook jab to body and right to head. If head's a little bounce in his movement, it's gonna help him find his range quicker. He's a dangerous puncher, so you can't rule him out against Wilder or Fury." Josh Taylor couldn't believe how well Anthony was moving, and he stated, "Credit to Joshua. He's changed his team and surroundings, and he's looking a lot more loose, relaxed, and fluent. I've never seen Joshua move so well. Good performance so far." George Groves wasn't too impressed with either fighter, but he thought the knockout was fantastic. George stated, "Good enough. He looked a bit nervous, I thought, a bit tentative, and it took a while to get going. Helenius wasn't great, but he wasn't awful either. You can't bet your life on what's next off the back of that performance, but you can't say he's doing bad. Good for him, a spectacular knockout." Malik Scott had called Deontay Wilder after seeing the knockout, and he stated, "Wilder was like, we needed that. We both said the same thing because at first it was looking like it was getting ready to go the distance, so when the knockout came, I called him on FaceTime and I was like, I'm glad he got that. We needed it done just like that." Reggie Prograis is very happy with the Anthony Joshua that everyone got to see. Reggie stated, "Big right hand knockout, taunt the crowd, then just walk out the ring. I like this Anthony Joshua." Now that Anthony has put Robert Helenius away, it looks as though he's set up a perfect fight with Deontay Wilder in January. Deontay's trainer was definitely impressed and stated, "They were interviewing me while I was looking at the fight. It went up to the 7th round, but before then, the story is that AJ was being patient. He wasn't trying to go for the knockout. That's the sales pitch. But I really look at it like he wasn't taking chances early on, and that's like a good thing, especially when your next fight is possibly Deontay Wilder, who's the hardest puncher in the history of the sport. It's good for you to start practicing, not just fighting off your front foot. It's good for you to go into fights and say, I need to take my time." Eddie Hearn definitely has big plans for Anthony Joshua, and Deontay Wilder seems to be next on his list as well. Eddie stated, "We've got a 3-fight plan. Whether you like it or not, it was Robert Helenius, supposed to be Dillian White, Deontay Wilder, and then Tyson Fury. That's the ambition of the team. We believe he can go and beat Deontay Wilder. Prince Khalid and Skills Challenge are here tonight. We look to try and close that deal over the next couple of days. Josh is ready for that fight. He's given everything to this sport. He's given everything to British boxing. He's ready now for some big marquee fights. He's smarter now. He's going to take his time. No chances, no more losing." Tyson Fury even believes that Anthony would have no problem taking Deontay down, and he actually hopes that's what happens. Tyson stated, "Do you need me to answer that? I think we all know what happens. I'd love for AJ to knock him out because Wilder's a little he's a but I just see him getting chinned, to be honest." John Fury disagrees with Tyson though, and he believes that AJ will do just fine. John stated, "AJ will knock Wilder out, and you know why? Because Deontay Wilder can't take shots on the side of his head. Tyson, the Gypsy King, cracked his skull. If AJ lands in the same place, AJ knocks him out." Carl Frampton definitely thinks that AJ needs to be careful if he's stepping in the ring with Deontay.
Wilder Joshua, how do you see that going?
But his right hand just can kill people. I was there when he fought Luis Ortiz, and he lost like every second of the fight. And he hits him a shot on the forehead, where normally you hit someone on the forehead, you break your hand, but it knocked Luis Ortiz out. I think he's still a bit hesitant for someone like Wilder, and it'd be a very dangerous fight for him.
Stephen A. Smith doesn't feel the same way about his prediction though. Stephen stated, "I think Wilder beats Joshua, but he messed up by getting in the ring against somebody 38 pounds heavier than him. If you remember the fight," Fury said, "I'm going to beat him because he's an idiot. I'm going to box him, lean on him, and knock him out because I'm 40 pounds heavier than him and there's nothing he can do about it." And that's exactly what he did. Lennox Lewis seems to think the same way as Steven, and he predicted Joshua against Wilder, definitely Wilder. Wilder's got that thing in him where he wants to hurt you, and I've seen it every time he throws that right hand. He's trying to damage you with that right hand. He throws it with intention. He wants to go around making money. I think that's going to be a downfall for him. He has to stay with it. He can't be in the background. Sean Porter definitely wants to see the fight, but he thinks that Deontay definitely has the edge between the two.
EJ, I would also like to see AJ versus Wilder. I think Wilder would beat him, but I think that would be a really good fight. I think maybe one more fight with Coach Derrick James, and they will be ready for a Deontay Wilder fight. I think right now Deontay would have the better, would get the best of Anthony Joshua. I think maybe one more fight for Anthony Joshua to get his feet wet, to get a little bit more confident and comfortable with Coach Derrick James, and I think they would be ready for that fight. And I also think that even though both guys have lost a number of fights since that fight was like really hyped up and talked about, I think that would still be a really good fight. I think that fight was still sell, and definitely a fight I welcome.
Carl Froch sees the fight ending definitively, but he really hopes that Anthony bounces back to be the fighter he knows he can be. Carl stated, "When I think of that fight, I just think as good as Joshua is, Olympic champion, nice tidy boxer, I think he's well past his best. I think the Ruiz fight destroyed a part of his soul that he'll never get back. I think he's lost confidence. I don't think he believes in himself. He's trying to reinvent himself. He's got a new trainer, but I don't know. I hope AJ manages to come back and starts to believe in himself and starts putting some good performances in. We're talking about the infighting Wilder, and I just think that Deontay Wilder at some stage will catch Anthony Joshua on the chin and render him unconscious. That's just how I think that fight goes." Frank Warren understands that everyone has their opinion, but his opinion is Deontay wins. Frank stated, "We've all got our views on it, but I think that Deontay will beat Joshua. I may be wrong, but if he does beat him, then him and Tyson is completely dead in the water, but it's their choice." Teddy Atlas isn't too sure of Anthony's chances against someone like Deontay, though. Teddy stated, "If I was backing Joshua, I don't know if I'd want to put him in with Wilder, to be quite frank. With the kind of right hand Wilder chucks and the susceptibility he has to getting hit with the right hand, it's not a knock on him, but I think Wilder would knock him out. Joshua's vulnerability for the right hand is one of the reasons I think he loses. Besides, the fact is, he's made so much money." Adam Azim definitely wants to see the fight, but he sees it going the distance with AJ winning off of points. Adam stated, "That's a big fight. Both are bangers in the division. I think Deontay Wilder has a really big backhand, and if anybody gets caught with that, they're going down. But I think AJ has got the boxing ability to beat him. Tyson Fury's beat him 3 times, but also been put down by him. It's a 50-50 fight, but I think AJ is going to win on points." If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.